Hey, thanks for stopping by Apples Art Studio. I'm Apples, and I have on my channel polymer clay for everyone. So today's video is a little bit crazy. I didn't like it in the beginning. I hadn't intended on doing a video on this. I just wanted to turn this cane that I knew better than to make to begin with into scraps and see what I could do with scraps. So the first part of the video is nothing but trying to explain what I did because I didn't take pictures. I'm sorry, but at the end of the video, it'll show you what I did. So enjoy. Okay, I put 3 little ice screws down at the end of this. This is lined up with the center up here, and these are 1 inch apart, equal distance. And these are going to hang off of them. So with an ice screw, it's really small. And I pre-drill a hole with a hand drill and pin vise. That's sufficient, that will work. And you actually screw it into the clay like you would screwing a screw into a piece of wood. Let those threads grip, and I use a little bit of Wellbond glue on the end of the ice screws, and I put them in there, and the time I get the resin on this, the glue will be set up and we'll be free to go on and move on with the beads. So I'm going to put resin on the outside area of this. And I'm using Let's resin. It's a UV resin. It's the clear hard type. It's what I put on the earrings and the rest of the beads. And I'm going to do the outside first, because this is a doming resin, and it will try to get to the center to dome up. So if you do the outside area first and cure it, then it will do the outside top edges first and won't pull in as much. So just put it around the outside. And I don't want it to go over the edge of my piece if I can help it. And I'm using this little tool that came with the Les resin kit. And I've got to where I like it really, really well. So let me get my lighter and take out any bubbles that may be in there. I'm just going to take my flame over where I put my resin down. Just run it across there. Okay, I'm going to put this under the UV light and we'll be right back. Okay, let's put the rest of the UV resin on here. And I put quite a bit. I'm going to drag it out over all the edges again. And just spread it over every place this time. The center, the top, the edges. And make sure you get enough. It will sort of level itself out where it needs to go. But make sure you get it everywhere. And enough of it everywhere. And it doesn't take too long for this UV resin to cure it all. Maybe 3 or 4 minutes on something this big. And I'm using Tiny Pandora's UV light. And it's 34 watts. And most UV resins require 34 watt light to cure their resin. Now if you've got a light and you've had it for a while and it doesn't seem to be curing things as quickly as it used to, and I'm telling you this from experience, and things just don't seem to be curing as fast or as well, or it stays sticky, then check your bulbs. Your bulbs may need replaced. Mine did. And it takes a while to get to that point, but it got to that point, and it took me a while to figure out why. Because I had some old UV resin I was using, and I didn't know if it was because it was too old to be used. And then I finally thought, you know, these lights just do not look as bright as they used to. So that's what helped me come to the conclusion that maybe it was the lights and not the resin. So after I did get new lights, it solved the problem. Okay, let's put a flame over all this. And I may put a second coat on this of the resin because This looks really cool. Now that I'm almost finished it and I know what I'm doing with it finally, I like it. Okay. Let me stick this back under the light. And we'll be right back. Okay, let me show you a couple of beads and how I did them before we get started stringing them. Rolled the clay out on number 6, I think it was. Covered my wooden beads. I have a bag full of wooden beads where I used to do macrame. I put a coat of the clear liquid clay on them and heated it up and cured it with my heat gun. Now I know I've talked about things burning. This bead did not look like this. It did not have these bumps on it when I started. And the only thing I can come up with is I put the liquid clay on too thick and it took too long for it to cure and it got too hot and bubbled up and burnt. Because you can see there's brown edges on there. Then I took grommets and used weld bond glue and glued them into each end. That's where we are with the beads, and all of them are done. They're just drying, the glue's drying on them. So I wanted to make sure that was done, and we'll get back to stringing them in a minute.